Hello people, this is Cloud300. Welcome back to another video that'll totally inspire you to start making content. Welcome to the first of what I'm going to be calling a yapping session. There's a hair in my mouth, damn it. This is just going to be me talking about a specific topic that, for the most part, isn't really that important. Even though this was kind of an exposed video, a lot of these are not going to be exposed videos. Okay, so I never really plan on making a fourth video on this topic because I honestly thought my last video was a good enough ending to the situation. Like, I had a stupid skit, I explained everything I felt needed to be explained, and again, I thought it was a good finale. But just like Toy Story, I've decided to make an unnecessary fourth one that might eventually lead into an unnecessary fifth one. Since there's a lot of new people on the channel, I feel like I gotta give some context really quick. If you've already seen my past videos on these guys, then you could skip to this timestamp, or don't, I don't really care. These two are Solid and Wano. If you saw my last video on those live stream scammers, then you might remember the name Solid. Solid's channel was originally called Rackbag, so that's what I'm going to be calling him for the rest of the video. Around half a year ago, these two would spam comments under pretty much every popular video that they could find. The comments they'd make would always be something extremely generic, but always included something about how the channel inspired them to start making content. Which you don't gotta be a genius to know that that's a lot of bullshit. And that the only reason they ever commented on other channels was to try to leech off of the popularity of other people. Eventually I found out about them and I made my first video where I talked about how I was pretty sure they were using sub bots, and just that the way that they were growing their channel was really trashy. Rackbag then saw my video and he messaged me on Discord about it. He whined about how I was being a dick, how he got arrested on Christmas for whatever reason. Yeah, you know what, I still don't know what the hell that was about. But most importantly, how apparently I'm the one who's desperate for views. That's right, Cloud300, creator of videos such as Fortnite Freestyles and the Nikocado Avocado Iceberg, yeah, that's the guy who's desperate for views. I don't mean to put down those videos, by the way, like, I still really do like them, but, I mean, come on, like, I thought it was obvious that my videos were just a hobby. Like, let's be serious for a minute, like, who's uploading Fortnite Freestyles thinking, alright, we're making it out of the hood with this one? I made a video on his response, and this led to him threatening attempts on his own life on the Discord call. Even though my video on him got like 100 views in the first week or something, he decided to take it that far. Then after that video came out, he stopped uploading for like a month, but then came back and started doing the comment spam shit again. And then in my last video, I called him out one more time for threatening attempts on his own life over some stupid internet drama, not responding to anyone but a literal child, and overall just not being a good content creator. And that part about him threatening his own life is still crazy to me. Like, none of that shit was that deep enough to go that far. We're both assholes talking to a microphone. Your avatar is of a raccoon with a beanie, and mine's is of a sheep that looks like a clown. And I mean, just say our names for like out loud. Rackbag, Rackbag, Rackbag. Like, how do you not realize how stupid this is? I remember I was talking to my brother about this when this went down, and he was like, damn, that shit's low-key stupid. And I agree with him, like, it's stupid. But the stupidity did not end here. Rackbag's response to my last video on him was to make a segment in this Q&A video where he made an account with my profile picture, the abstract art one, and he called it Yucky Dog Water. This is a grown-ass man, by the way, who's pushing 30. It's not like I was bullying some random kid for no reason. I make a video where I'm like, stop promoting your garbage channel on other people's videos and stop using your dead father as an excuse to dodge your critics. And his response to that was to be like, oh yeah, well, you're yucky. 2 months after my last video on him came out, he left a comment on one of my community posts at 3 AM, by the way. I don't know what compelled me to wake up at 3 AM, but I'm glad I did, because he deleted it the morning after. Hey man, just want to let you know that you win the battle of Rackbag versus Cloud300 lol. I won't be returning to YouTube. My channel is going to just be a business channel for my company that I'm starting up. Although I never sub-botted. The comments, not so much. So you're right on with that, man. Maybe we can have a call someday. I'm sorry if I ever stressed you out. The day that the biggest thing that stresses me out is some dipshit on the internet is the day that I can finally say I made it. You definitely lived in my head rent-free, and you did have an impact on me. However, it was rightfully so. Everything aside, man, I do think you're a cool guy. I wish we didn't have this weird YouTube beef, cause I'm not interested in YouTube as a job, or even to grow beyond what I'm at right now. If you ever do want to talk, I'd love to have this cool chat, and I'll explain everything point-blank confession with you. I'll show you everything I was doing, even share screens. Best wishes, man. I'm sorry for the shit talk. I was under a lot of stress, and ultimately, I was letting every tiny thing in my life get to me. I sincerely apologize, and you won't have to see me in the comments anymore, haha. And in case you didn't realize while I was reading that, he changed his name to Boy Who's Lost, and his profile picture to a black rose. Grown man, by the way. I mean, I thought that was it. I made a burner account so I could post that screenshot in his Discord server, because some of those guys were still holding on to some hope that he would come back. I told them to acknowledge me, as they should. I left, and I thought, man, I'm glad this shit's finally over with. I never did have that conversation with him, because what would I have to talk about with him? Like, I hate the way you promoted your channel. I hate your content even more. I hate your stupid profile picture. I hate your name. I hate your stupid tattoos. I hate your voice. And I straight up hate you as a person. I'm just being realistic. Although I'm starting to wonder now, if I had that conversation with them, would it have prevented what's been happening recently? If you're watching this video, then you're probably aware of the fact that both Rackbag and Wano have started uploading again. And if not, then it doesn't matter because I'm going to talk about it either way. I'm going to go over what's been going on with Wano first because he's less important. That, and I'm also pretty sure that most people have seen him in the comments recently. Back when I had my beef with the Rackbag, I never really interacted with Wano because he pretty much ignored me the entire time, which is probably the right thing to do in that situation. But it was the thought that I forgot about him because he's back to doing the same shit that he was doing before. And I mean the exact same scheme. Can't find the original comment, but a while ago somebody named Zexy was able to screenshot one of his comments. I clicked on the imager link and would you believe it, it's the exact same generic suck-up comment, followed by a mention about how they inspired him to start his channel. And it's not like they do this on every video that they can find, like those verified idiots. These guys only do it on the most popular videos, which leads to them commenting on videos like Jack said the guy's "Am I Retiring" video. This is a video where he talks about how he got diagnosed with depression and how he deals with anxiety, some deep personal shit. Wano saw this and said, how can I make this about me? That's right, he saw this personal ass video and he said, how can I benefit the most from this? He deleted this comment, and it's not even because he got backlash from it. This is just one more thing they do. After they leech enough viewers from other people, they just straight up delete the comment. Which is why eventually if you go back to the video, you won't find their comment anymore. And you know, you're probably wondering like, okay, why do these guys do this and why does this matter? These guys are kind of similar to the verified people that I talked about, except these guys aren't looking to sell a service like verification or subscribers. These two want fame and money so desperately, but they don't want to put in any of the effort that it takes to deserve it. I've used that phrase a lot before, and these guys are why that phrase started. Like, they are both failed YouTubers who want to take the easy route to success. It's even more trashy when you realize that they're not only doing this on the most popular videos, they're doing this on videos that they know kids are watching. Because do you really think a grown man like Wano was watching Super Mario Logan? Imagine that, like a grown man pushing 30 watching Super Mario Logan. He's like, well fam, I actually do like watching that Bowser Jr. plushie get into wacky situations, Crody. He's got me cheesing, Crody. Bro is actually funny, fam. And you know, there's a reason why they do this on mainly kids videos like Super Mario Logan. Kids are stupid, and that's not an insult, it's just a matter of facts. When kids see their comments saying that their favorite YouTuber inspired someone to start making content, they're gonna click on that channel even if it's just to see what it's about. And if the original comment isn't enough to pique their interest, then the replies from bots and alternate accounts dick riding them definitely will. And you know what, speaking of those accounts, I want to show you some clips from Wano's videos so that you can see the kind of shit that people supposedly find this hilarious. Remember, this is content that gets this guy thousands of likes in the comments of other people's videos.
Let's get the train, get the train, get the train. We're gonna miss it. Let's go.
I got no speed.
Hey.
Hey. All right, come here. Pour up, pour up.
Hey, Bono's in the club. Okay.
Oh, we are bad.
Oh, no. Speak for yourself.
Okay, I am bad.
Two people on me. Oh, no. Speak for yourself.
Alright, that's enough. I'm not trying to bore you into clicking off my video. So now I want to talk about why this shit matters. If they had just left their stupid self-promotion comments without using bots, then it wouldn't matter as much. Because like I've said before, since the community hates self-promotion, they're either going to ignore it or just straight up hate on it. But the problem with them is that since they do use bots, it tricks people into thinking that they're someone important. Specifically the people that don't use the internet as much or just don't check the comment section as much. I'll give you an example right now in case you don't understand. Imagine you're eating at a restaurant and this guy walks in saying that the restaurant that you're eating at inspired him to start his own. Then a couple people come in and say like, oh yeah, I've eaten at his place before, the food is really good. Then the next day you eat at a different restaurant and the same guy from yesterday walks in and says that this place inspired him to start his own restaurant. And once again, the same people are with him praising his food. Then let's say you decide to start your own restaurant and the same guy walks in and tells all your customers that your place inspired him to start his own. Doesn't even buy anything, just walks in, advertises his own place, and then dips. Would that not piss you off? Because that shit pisses me off. But I know there's going to be some people who say it's not that big of a deal, and I get it. The reason why it's not as important as it could have been is because I stopped it from getting out of hand. At the time that I made my first video on them, these two weren't the only two people doing the inspiration comments, but they were the biggest. And since I called them out, it stopped more people from seeing what they're doing and being like, hey, this shit clearly worked for them. I'm gonna do it for my channel. And even if I didn't make that video and it did get out of hand, someone else would have talked about it. And eventually, where would that lead us? Right back to the point we're at right now. Alright, so now let's talk about Rackbag, aka Taz Sterling, aka Lala Solid. This dude is one of the biggest pieces of dog shit that I've ever had the misfortune of interacting with. On March 14th, there's a guy named Dapper Duck who left a comment on one of my community posts, letting me know that Rackbag rebranded recently to Taz Sterling. I responded by saying that as long as he doesn't do the stupid comment spam shit again, I'm gonna leave him alone, because it's just like I said in my last videos. Without the comments that he makes, it's not like he's gonna be able to maintain that audience. At the time that I was beefing with Rackbag, Wannoh stopped doing the comment spam, and his views reflected that very clearly. With the spam, he's hitting the thousands mark, and without it, the channel with 15,000 subscribers is struggling to hit 300 views. But the thing that's different about Rackbag this time is that I'm pretty sure he sold his channel. If you look up Rackbag right now, besides my videos that I made on him, you're gonna find a channel called Solid, which if you saw my last video, you're gonna recognize that guy as one of those guys that does the scam live streams. The video that he uploaded while he was still called Taz Sterling is still up, which is kind of weird. Usually when an account gets sold, they delete all the videos. I guess this time they were too lazy to even do that. The video sucks, by the way. I'm not even gonna go into this. There's no point. I was tempted to make a video at this point, but I didn't really have anything on Rackbag to talk about until I got a message on Discord from someone named Melancholy, who's actually a part of Rackbag's Discord. They said, "I know you're over the Rack thing, but the things he's changed to now is actually crazy. He had a huge meltdown, but now he's live streaming other TikTok videos about someone begging for donations. There was a link to the live stream, and would you believe it? It was the same British idiot talking about, guys, whoever's generous enough to donate $15,000 onto my channel will get 15,000 V-Bucks and add it onto my friends list." Somebody brought up the possibility that this could still be Rackbag, and that he's just doing this to get either money or to build a bigger audience. I didn't think about that, but the fact that his Discord account's still up could mean that's true. But regardless of if he sold it or not, this proves that I was always right about the fact that he was only ever doing this shit for money. Like seriously, this guy had a business email and he activated memberships the moment that he could. And let me be clear about something. I don't got a problem with the people who make videos for fame and money specifically. The problems that I had with him came from the way that he was promoting his channel. And then something else that became a problem was him saying that he doesn't do this for money. Again, I got no problem with people who just make videos because they want to make money. What I do have a problem with is acting like you'd still be making videos even if you weren't going to get paid for it. So you know what? Thanks for proving me right, Nick. And here's something else I want to talk about, since this dude always put on this stupid positivity act. Rackbag tried so hard to make everyone believe that he was just this positive ass dude who only made videos for the love of the game. And it felt like I was the only person who could see through that mask, but I just didn't have any proof of it besides, I guess, the time that he called me a retarded ass clown in a Discord call with an autistic child. Or the time that he called me a brain-dead little YouTube junkie, whatever the f that means. But along with the link to the live stream, Melancholy sent me some screenshots that finally prove that he's as big of a dick as I always knew that he was. Okay, so the context for this is that Melancholy typed dead server as a joke. Even though it really wasn't a joke, like the guy's server is drier than Wano's personality. The only thing more dead than Rackbag's Discord server is his dad after picking up a new prescription. Can I keep that in? I don't know. Okay, this happened on March 12th, about 5 months after he stopped uploading. He says, "Why are you such a cock?" I'm not gonna say the actual word he said because I'm pretty sure that's one of the community guidelines words. "Honestly, you're so fucking negative. It's unreal. Why are you even in my server? Just to be a cock? If you can't be kind and don't have anything nice to say, just be a cock somewhere else. Dead server. Is this all this server is now?" Melancholy says, "I'm sorry you feel that way." Rackbag says, "It's literally the truth and I gave examples." Melancholy says, "I don't know what you want me to say, man. I've tried telling you and multiple people that I was worried for the server dying, even though it isn't my job. If that isn't me being nice and expressing concern, then I don't know what is. I'm sorry you took it in a way where you felt the need to come into my DMs and call me a cock." He says, "It's my server. I can make it pop when I return. It's dead right now and I like it that way. I need no chaos while I work in a project, and you stating shit just being negative is eating away at me." Then there's some messages from Melancholy apologizing and trying to be reasonable. And by the way, just for some more context, I'm pretty sure that this person hasn't even graduated from high school yet. And there's a grown man who's pushing 30 yelling at them for pointing out that a dead server is dead. But then the last thing that Melancholy sent me is this message from March 26th. This was when Rackbag rebranded to Taz Sterling. Rackbag sent a screenshot of the comment that Melancholy left on my video, which in itself would be really sad. Like, this is a day after he came back to YouTube and he could not help but to watch my video on him again. And now here's the big one. This is the screenshot that got me to make this video. He said, "Yo, dude, you got a dick. You're either male or female. They, them. The fuck is that shit? The fuck off my timeline, bud." So I'm reading this and I'm like, whoa, this doesn't sound like the family-friendly dude who just wanted to make a positive impact on the world before he died. Remember that? Remember when you said that you only did this because you wanted to build a community and how you only did this because you love spreading positivity? And I know you're gonna watch this video, Nick. Like, you watching my video the day after you came back to YouTube proves that you will watch this video. In case you couldn't tell, I was already really passionate about the subject. Even more so now because it's crazy how I'm still making another video on this. So first you try to take the fast lane to internet fame, and then you lie, not just to me, but to everybody who watches your goddamn content about everything that your channel ever stood for. Like, this isn't the first time that he was caught lying, but it's just crazy how he's still doing it. That long paragraph that he wrote a couple months ago just is entirely meaningless now. This reminds me again of something that my friend said about him, and I said this in my past video on him. She compared him to a relationship where the guy threatens to kill himself every time that something goes wrong, and then when the heat dies down, he tries to come back and act like nothing happened. That is exactly the kind of person that Rackbag is. I make a video calling him out, he stops uploading for a while because of his mental issues or whatever. I make a video on his response, he threatens to off himself, all because I exposed his little get-rich-quick scheme. He comes back after a couple of months. I make another video calling him out. He stops uploading because he's apparently done with YouTube. And then he comes back and he either sells his channel or he's doing those scam live streams to make money. And I mean, now even I don't know what's going to happen with his channel. If he ever does decide to make a comeback, then I'm going to make sure that everybody knows about his past and the actions that he actively chose to make. It's on site, Krodi. I think that's all I got to say for now. Like I said, I don't see either of them doing good on YouTube besides doing their stupid comment spam or the live stream scams. There's a reason why you're both failed YouTubers, and it's not because the right people weren't watching your content. But yeah, that's really it. I really hope that this is my last video on Rackbag, because the last time that I mentioned his name on my group chat, I was like, alright, I'm done with this guy. And it was like that scene in Anger Management when Adam Sandler's trying to get his headphones and the lady's like, oh, sir, you need to calm down. That is all those, so if you enjoy getting mad or this yapping session, smash like or leave a comment. I better not see no comments saying that I inspired them to start making content. Take care of yourself, acknowledge me. Goodbye.